In this video, we're going to the library and we are going to see what new books they have there. So make sure you subscribe because there's new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and I hope you guys enjoy. It's time for Cozy Library Day. I feel like you guys really like these videos. Comment below if you do. Like, I'm not really 100% sure whether you do or not, but I need to know. I really enjoy them because one goal that I had this year was to come to the library more, and I feel like the library is so underrated. Like, you just don't, it doesn't get enough hype. Like, literally free books, like, I can't even. And another thing that I think is so cool that I've actually learned from some of you guys is that if you don't have a book in your library can like actually order it in from another library to come to where you are. I just think that's the coolest thing. So we're gonna go in and have a cozy library day. I feel like they're so fun, and see what books we can find. I feel like my library has a lot of new books, so it'll be really fun if we can find some of those. One thing I absolutely love about the library is I always find books in here that I've never heard of before. Like this one, The Love Script. This is by Toni Shiloh, and I read her Christmas book. I can't remember what it was called, but it's like a Christian romance book. I really enjoyed it, and I read it around Christmas time, obviously, because it's Christmas related. But this one looks really cute. I've never even heard of this book. It says that it's about a Hollywood hairstylist and a heartthrob on the silver screen, and their careers are at risk because I don't even know. Like, I'm not gonna even read it, but there's a lot on the back. But it looks like a really cute book. This is the cover. If you guys didn't see up close, I love the cover. It's really pulling me in. I'm a big cover girl. Like, if I like the cover, I feel like I'll like the book. I feel like I need to stop buying books and come to the library first, because this book right here is a Christmas book. It just came out, I think, in December, and it is by the same author who wrote what's it called, it's like December something. Like, I know just the name December is in the title. Let me see if I can find it in the middle of the book maybe, but I read it and really liked it. I read it last year around Christmas time, and now I'm going to read this, and I should have just waited to come to the library to buy it, or to get it here instead of buying it, because obviously it's a Christmas book and I'm not going to want to read it until around the holiday season. It's just so funny. I feel like I always do that when they have such a great selection here. I could always come here first. Guys, I keep finding more books that I've like never heard of before, but I also keep finding books that are like super popular, like this one, Raiders of the Lost Heart by Joe Segura. I'm not even sure how you exactly say her last name, but this book just came out not that long ago, and I keep gravitating towards it because the cover is really cute. You know, I'm a big cover girl. I feel like anytime I see a cute cover, I like want to immediately get it. But I feel like I always will buy books and then they'll just like sit on my bookshelf, or I just like don't read them until I hear someone else being like, oh my god, I was obsessed with that book, I want to read it. And I could literally just come to the library. Like, I feel like I've been trying to come to the library at least once a month, because I feel like it just inspires me to like pick up books that I wouldn't normally pick up. Like this one, in The Likely Event by Rebecca Yarrow. She wrote Fourth Wing, and I really enjoyed reading that, but you know, I'm not like someone who really reads fantasy like at all. I'm more of like a romance or thriller, throw in some contemporary fiction and like that kind of vibe. But she also writes romances, and I've never read them, mostly because I think a lot of her romances are about like husband going off to war, like that kind of thing, and I always think like, will I really enjoy that? Like, I never really know, but this is the perfect time to pick it up and bring it home, because if I don't like it, I literally just take it back to the library, or if I start it, I could just not finish it. Also, I think one thing I want to do more this year is DNF books, because I don't ever really like put down a book. If I start it, I always finish it. So I don't know, I feel like getting books from the library almost gives me permission to do that. Like, I need to just like start DNFing books. You guys are always telling me like, you don't have to finish a book. If you start it and you don't like it, like you don't have to finish it. And I just need to like tell myself that more and more, because it's okay if I don't like something. Granted, I haven't really found many books that I haven't really enjoy. Like, it's very, very rare that I don't like enjoy something in the book. But yeah, I don't know. And then this book right here just came out February 24th. It's called Not Bad for a Girl by Anastasia Ryan. I feel like my library just has so many new books. This says The Best Man for the Job Just Might Be a Woman. It says the hilariously awkward book that's cringeworthy, and I feel like I'm living for those kind of books. There's also another book that I wanted to show you guys. It's on the other side, so let me go over there and show you guys that. Before I go over and show you that other book that I was looking at, this book, We Ate the Dark by Mallory Pearson, is a mystery. It actually looks super creepy, so I don't know if I would bring it home because I like feel like I get scared easily. But one thing that I love again about the library is I feel like if I just don't even really know anything about the book, like I've never heard anyone read this book, never heard anyone talk about it, if I don't know anything about it, I can literally just bring it home and not be like nervous that I'm not going to like it, because I can always just bring it back. And another thing that I like about this library is, I think most libraries do this, but you don't actually have to pay like a late fee. Like if you are late, I know like if you're super late, the lady downstairs was telling me that they charge you I think like 10 bucks for a loss fee, but it's like kind of nice that they allow that. So like I don't even really get nervous. Granted, I do return all the books like on time and stuff, but I don't even really get nervous like I used to, because like there isn't that like late fee that like constantly racks up. So I don't know, I think that's another thing that encourages me to come here so much more than I used to. I keep planning on like walking over to that book that I was gonna show you, but I keep getting stopped because there's so many good books in here. I almost feel like the experience at the library is just as good, if not better, I don't know, if not better than a bookstore. And I think one thing that I like is there's no fear in bringing something home. Like if I go to Barnes and I spend $25, $30 on a book, like I better like it. Like I better like it, you know what I mean? Like if I don't like it, I feel like I've wasted money. Like maybe I'll give it to a friend or put it in a free library or something, but like I need to enjoy that book. So I almost want to like be just very cautious about what I bring home. Like I want to listen to a lot of reviews from people on TikTok and Instagram and like BookTube and stuff, and I want to like hear friends talk about it before I like fully buy in or like buy it. But here it's like I could just literally just bring it home. Like this book, The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy, she wrote the Off-Campus series, and the first book is The Deal, which I actually do want to read really soon. But this book right here I think is in her new book series, and Sister Christy at the Barnes & Noble in Edwardsville, she was saying that she didn't really care for this series because she was just like, it felt kind of inauthentic in comparison to Off-Campus series, and maybe it's because it's her newer series, she doesn't know. And so I wasn't actually planning on ever bringing home anything else from her, because like she kind of was just like, I don't know if it's worth it. Y'all, I could bring this home. If I don't like it, I just bring it back. Like that's gonna be like my new tagline. If I don't like it, I'm gonna just bring it back. And this just recently came out, it looks like, because it says December 2023 on it. I think they put like the dates on it of when they either were released or when they were put in here. So yeah, this is like so cool that there's so many good books in here. And if you don't have a library that has this many options, definitely talk to your librarian, because a lot of librarians actually bring books in from other libraries if you don't have them available there. And I know so many of you guys have said like, oh, you have such a great library. Like my library's not like that. But I will say people in this town like don't come here nearly enough, and I think it's because there's that perception that you're gonna have like zero options for like new books. But now that I've been coming in here like every month, I'm seeing that there are so many books in here, and I just am really happy about it. It makes me so excited that there's literally every genre. All these are new, like great quality, incredible condition. Like look at this, it literally looks brand new, like not a page out of place. It is just, I'm obsessed. I think I've decided I'm just gonna come here for Christmas books this year, because I also read this last year and I was not obsessed with it. I think I rated it like 2 stars, but again, I bought it and so I was like, oh, I like need to finish it, like whatever, finished it. I think I rated it 2 stars. I can't even remember why, maybe because it was like kind of forgettable. But literally could have picked it up here. Look at this, pristine condition, not a page out of place. Literally looks so great. One of you guys actually did ask me why our library puts the stickers on the front versus like on the inside, because a lot of you guys' libraries put it on the inside. Couldn't tell you, literally have absolutely no idea. I'm just sitting down on this floor like I live here. I just need to chill out on it. But I wanted to show you guys this book that I was talking about. It's called 4 Steps to the Perfect Revenge. This one looks like a good book, and I don't know what it is about books that have people on the cover. I normally don't like them, but when they come from the library, they give nostalgia, and I actually don't mind it. I think that this is like a very rare thing for me, because usually like if there's people on the cover, like I don't want it. I literally would want anything else, but it gives nostalgia because I feel like these are the kind of books that I read in high school and like middle school and stuff. This says love isn't supposed to be the plot twist. Is this new? I don't really know if it's new or not. Let's see, or if it's just like new to the library. It says romantic comedy. Oh, it came out in 2023. Guys, why am I obsessed with the cover? It's giving like throwback. It's giving like books that I read in high school. It says, even after their breakup, Ellie Davis can't seem to shake her ex-fiance. First it was the cheating, then it was the rumors, and now she finds out Jason's been trying to get his greedy hands on her parents' property. Where does it end? With revenge, Ellie decides, but she might just need a little help first. Enter Fernley Island's Odd Jobs app. When the local boat mechanic she hires sends his nephew instead, Ellie has to readjust her plans to account for Hugh Hartford, who's handsome, brooding, and only in town for a few days. But he keeps showing up, so Ellie keeps hiring him. Little does she know, Hugh has his own reasons for investigating Jason Brownlow. As more evidence against Jason turns up, so does the heat between Ellie and Hugh. But if revenge is a dish best served cold, can their spark survive, or will the secrets between them burn out? This looks so good. And then it starts with step 1, finding an accomplice. Chapter 1, Ellie Davis needs muscle. Ideally, she'd find great, abundant slabs of it attached to a frame that didn't ask too many questions. What are we doing here again? Ellie scowled at the scrawny blonde woman crouching in the bushes beside her. Wynne Howard had been Ellie's best friend since the first day of first grade, but she was not made for sitting in foliage under a steady gray drizzle. So are they like staked out outside of somebody's house already at the beginning of this book? There's also another book over here. I'm gonna show you guys, just move you just a tad. This is the one that I actually wanted to show you, but I saw this one and it looked interesting to me. This one's called Take Me. It says there's a reason it's called The Dead of Night, and it says take me with you. In the back it says, watch, study, hunt, prowl. I always go with a plan, a set of rules for myself. I don't take unnecessary risks. That's how I've been able to evade capture all these years. But there's something about this girl that is different than the others. When I finally meet her, the rules become a blur, and I break the most important one of all, take her with me. It's just my imagination, that feeling of being watched, though, that those icy eyes, a vivid turquoise with a distinct gold fleck, aren't watching me. It's just stress. I'm the person everyone relies on. Maybe that's why I haven't been feeling so content with my life lately, why I dream those eyes belong to someone who can tear me away from all my responsibilities. But these are just shameful fantasies never meant to breach reality. Then one night, the dreams come true, only it's a horrific nightmare. Now I only have one task, survival. Is this about a kidnapping? I'm shook. And on the front it says there are no heroes in this world, only villains and victims. Is this about a kidnapping? I'm shook. This actually looks really good. It's called Take Me With You by Nina G. Jones. Now this one isn't new. I think it came out in 2016. It says trigger warning. Seriously, all of them. This is not a romance. This is not for the faint of heart. Where you're about to go, there is no light. I want to read this so bad. This looks so good. Found another book. I keep literally every 2 seconds I keep picking up a book that I'm like, ooh, this looks really good. This one is about a girl who, it says she's a total guy's girl, which I'm like, it's kind of giving red flag. But I think that this is a story about, it says it's a powerful story about true love, self-love, and growing up. And it's heartfelt and evocative, and I think there is something in this book about a girl with like she struggles with disordered eating, so I feel like this would be interesting. It says piece by piece Jenny and Adrian begin to fall into something intoxicating, something dangerous. I don't know, this looks cute. The cover again pulled me into it. I feel like this one could be another one that I bring home. I also love that her books are in here. I feel like her thrillers are the best thrillers to read. They always just keep you on the edge of your seat. and I love that they're in here and in incredible condition. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, two things that I have to show you. This book is an Omegaverse book that I've heard everyone and their mother talking about, and it is in here. It just came out literally not that long ago. And then this one right here, I kid you not, it just came out on like the 23rd, I think, or 24th, and it's already in here. I need to give whoever is filling these books in this section, I need to give them an award. Like, I need to bow down and give them an award, because the fact that they like are already getting books even faster than I feel like some bookstores are getting them is wild to me. This is a book by Christina Forrest, who she wrote The Neighbor Favor, which I loved, and she also wrote I Want to Be Where You Are, which I also loved. And this says two former high school sweethearts get a second chance in this marriage of convenience romance by Christina Forrest. I'm getting this, no ifs, ands, or buts. I feel like my stack is getting so big. I'll show you guys everything that I get whenever I leave. This is another book that looked good, and again is a reminder to me that there are so many books out there that I don't know anything about that could be very good. It's called Significant Others by Zoe Eisenberg, and it says two women test how much weight their friendship can hold in this tender novel. Roommates since college, Jess and Rin have built a strong, if at times codependent friendship. Now navigating their late 30s, the women co-own a weathered beachfront home, co-mother a rescued shelter pup, and have inadvertently centered their lives around each other. This is kind of giving like, y'all are a little too dependent. Jess is clever and driven with a lucrative career, running her own real estate brokerage. Magnetic but aimless, Rin has been making margaritas at the same local dive and teaching dance classes at the same rundown gym for well over a decade. After a one-night stand with a tourist leads to pregnancy, not accidental pregnancy trope, Rin realizes motherhood may be the change she's been waiting for, and the friends make a plan to raise the child together. I'm about to throw this book. I haven't even read it. Rin is excitedly pushing toward her due date when the baby's father resurfaces, forcing Jess to face the foreboding notion that for the first time in 18 years they may not want the same thing. In this stunning debut spanning nine pivotal months in the lives of two very different women, Zoe Eisenberg examines female friendships with an emotional precision and offers an intimate look at who we belong to and why. This looks so good. I was actually just talking to someone the other day about how we don't have nearly enough books about friendship. Like, I feel like we get a lot of books about like love and like things like that, but I feel like we don't get enough about like friendship, and that is such a huge part of so many of our lives. This book also just came out in November or not November, in February, and like February of this year, and they already have it in here. I've never even heard about this book. Like, go to your local library, like please do it today, do it tomorrow, do it this weekend, because I didn't even know these books were here, never heard about them. Like, when people ask me like how do you find books by authors you've never heard of, and I'm just like, oh, like, you know, I dig for them, like I look around for them, like, no, part of that is going to the library. That's where I find a lot of books that I haven't heard of before. This looks really good. Let me see who this author is, because again, I've never heard of her before, and since this is a new book, I kind of like to know like who the author is. Zoe Eisenberg. Also, Eisenberg is literally giving me flashbacks to the Eisenberg Effect with Luca by Gray Huffington, because that book is a book that you guys know that I love. Zoe Eisenberg is a fiction writer, filmmaker, and circus producer based out of Hawaii. Interesting. Okay, wow, that's wild. Okay, this book looks really good. I also want to bring this one home. This is the book that makes me think of Taylor, because the last time that we were talking, she was saying that she loves this theory. It says, when it comes to love and art, Rooney believes in signs. Most of all, she believes in the Chinese legend that everyone is tied to their one true love by the red string of fate. And this is like the invisible string theory or red string theory. And literally, I've never seen a book with this title, like ever. And then, of course, she talks about it. And of course, this book like just came out in like January, and now I'm seeing it. That's so funny to me.
Sorry if it's a little
little bit slanted, but I am, like, the car is slanted. I moved over by this area where I'm gonna go read, and I'm actually gonna be reading outside, and I'm gonna show you guys that in the vlog that comes on Saturday. It's gonna be a fun one. I'm doing something like really cool, so I think you guys will like it. But the books that I got, I ended up getting 3 books. Sorry if you guys are shaking. I got 3 books, and I'm really excited about the ones that I did end up getting. Obviously, you guys know I had to get the partner plot. I just knew that this was going to be one that I would bring home, and it's because I don't have the copy that just came out yet. Like, I still don't have it, and I think it was shipped, but it's like not here yet. Y'all, Amazon is not Amazoning. Like, comment below if you think like that Amazon is not being going as like speedy as it used to. I feel like it's slowing down, which is like, we need to like be putting money into these other booksellers' pockets, because I feel like the reason why I gravitate towards Amazon when I get my books, because I like want it right now. Like, I want to read it ASAP. But if they're taking as long as like these other bookstores are taking, then I'm gonna go shop with them. And I will say, obviously the prices are different, but still for me, I think the biggest thing is the like how fast it comes, because if the prices are not too like far off, then it's like I'm gonna support the small business. I do shop with bookshop.org very frequently, and anytime I have a book that is on pre-order, I almost always get it from there. The only reason I didn't get this one on pre-order with bookshop.org is because I did not realize that it wouldn't be in Barnes. And so I went into Barnes and was expecting to like be able to order it from there and like pick it up same day, and it literally like they just didn't have it. And so I was like, okay, let me pre-order it on Amazon. Anyway, neither here nor there, whatever, I have it through the library, which I should have just waited to do that anyway, which I probably do want to own this book, so I'm really excited for it to actually come in, because I do love this author. It'll be my 3rd book from her. This says Violet Green. Sorry, you guys are on like a very main road area. Everyone's getting off work, and like people are driving home. This is like the road that they go on, but to Violet Green, fashion is everything. As a successful celebrity stylist, she travels all over the world, living out her dreams. Professionally, she's thriving, but her personal life is in shambles. After surviving a very public breakup with her ex-fiance 6 months ago, Violet is now determined to focus on her career, but life hands her something, or rather someone, that might derail everything. Xavier Wright did not expect to run into his high school girlfriend, Violet, the girl he once thought he'd marry, on a birthday trip to Vegas. As a high school teacher and basketball coach, he rarely leaves his New Jersey hometown. So what were the chances? But when the initial shock wears off, they decide to celebrate together. They feel young and reckless as they party the night away, and reckless they clearly were when the following morning they wake up beside each other with rings on their fingers. Their impulsiveness might be a blessing in disguise, though, when they realize that both of their careers could benefit from the marriage, so they play the part of a blissfully wedded couple. Yet when their passion comes hurling back, they realize their feelings are just as real as when they were teens. But are their lives too different to stick it out, or will they finally get a happy ending? I have been so excited to read this. The words in this are huge. Like, I need to look like, is this large print? Like, no, they're huge. Like, okay, they're not huge, I'm being dramatic. Like, they're definitely like a normal size, but I feel like sometimes like authors have been making like the words of books super small, and maybe because I'm reading a book that has really small text, I don't know, it looks like it's gonna be easy to read. Then I also picked up 4 Steps to the Perfect Revenge by Lillian Monroe. I told you guys about this book whenever I was in there. It just came out, and I ended up getting 3 books, but this is the 2nd book, and these are not due for literally 2 weeks. So I just think that is like the coolest thing. I do not have to turn these back in for another 2 weeks, and like, go to the library, guys. Go to the library, because this book also just came out along with this one. Just came out, like, I think this came out on the 27th, and that was only not even a week ago. Not even a week ago, guys. Not even a week ago. Now, by the time that this video goes up, it'll be a week, but literally not even a week ago. Like, that's wild. And then I picked up Guy's Girl by Emma Noyes. And it says, the boy who couldn't love and the girl who wouldn't. Jenny Murphy is a total guy's girl. She's always found friendships with boys easier to form and keep drama free, as long as they don't fall for her and she doesn't fall for them. She and her best guy friends have stuck to that, but then she meets Adrian Silvas, the only one who's ever made her crave more, and Jenny begins to question her own rules. Piece by piece, Jenny and Adrian begin to fall into something intoxicating, something dangerous. Jenny threatens to destroy the belief Adrian's held ever since witnessing his own mother's heartbreak. That love isn't worth the risk. For Jenny, the stakes could be even higher. Letting Adrian get close could mean exposing a secret she's long protected, her disordered eating. Jenny isn't looking to be saved by someone, but maybe she and Adrian can help each other if they don't destroy each other first. Heartfelt and evocative, Guy's Girl is a powerful story about true love, self-love, and growing up. Wow, that, and I feel like you don't see a lot of books that are about like disordered eating, and this book came out last year. So these are all the 3 books that I got. Again, these 2 books came out literally this year, like 2024, and this one just came out less than a week ago, and then this one came out late last year. So just go to your local library. If you don't think that there's going to be a selection, you can always ask your librarian to bring in books from other libraries. I feel like last year was the year that I realized that like libraries, I already knew libraries existed, but I think in my head I always felt like they only had like old books, or like the books would be in terrible condition. Like these are brand spanking looking, like they look so new. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Comment below if you guys like these library videos. If you don't, I won't do them anymore, but I feel like it's always nice to see what libraries are holding in the same way that you would see at a bookstore. I also feel like I find books that I wouldn't normally like pick up at Barnes, because they just have different front facing books, and I think that that's kind of cool. So yeah, comment that below. Comment below what you've been picking up from your library, or if you haven't been to your library, like if you plan to go soon, comment below when you plan to go, what you plan to pick up, and all the things. So I will see you guys on Saturday in the next one. Bye guys.